Today is the 20th day of the 5th month in the 9th year of Channel Group, June 29, 2021. To begin our day, let's offer our respect and gratitude to our Heavenly Parent and true parents of heaven, earth, and all humankind. 천진 참 부모님께 경배 바로 today we'll be reciting Kajung Mengse in English. Let's recite a family pledge. Family pledge number 1. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to seek our original homeland and build the kingdom of Heavenly Parent on earth and in heaven, the original ideal of creation by centering on true love. 2. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the Heavenly Parent and true parents. We pledge to perfect the beautiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. 3. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to perfect the 4 great realms of heart, the 3 great kingships, and the realm of the royal family by centering on true love. 4. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to build the universal family encompassing heaven and earth, which is Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love. 5. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and physical world as subject and object partners by centering on true love. 6. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to become a family that moves heavenly fortune by embodying the Heavenly Parent and true parents, and to perfect a family that conveys heaven's blessing to our community by centering on true love. 7. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges through living for the sake of others to perfect a world based on the culture of heart, which is rooted in the original lineage by centering on true love. 8. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges, having entered the era of Channel Group, to achieve the ideal of Heavenly Parent and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of Heavenly Parent on earth and in heaven by centering on true love.
For our opening prayer, may we call on Miss Mary Grace L. Apollo.
Please join me in prayer. Good morning to you, our most beloved Heavenly Parent and victoriously each parents of heaven and earth and humankind. Father, as we start this day, please allow us to express our most deepest gratitude to you, to say thank you so much for giving us this another day ahead with us. With our heartfelt and sincere devotion to you, we stand to be true and to purify ourselves to receive your guidance, graces, wisdom, and blessings. Father, even though we do have so many lapses, shortcomings, limitations, and perfection, even we are not worthy to stand in front of you, but still you choose us because you see the sincerity in our hearts and hopes that dwells each and every one of us here. And Father, how much you have been longing to us that even you sacrifice your only filial sons and daughter to save us from the depths of our sins. Please allow us to rectify, to bow down our head, and to repent for all the mistakes and wrongdoings that we commit. In behalf of our forefathers and all the saints and the sages. And by this, we commit to continue and fulfilling our responsibilities. And thank you so much, Father, as well, for always lighting our path that at times of suffering, persecutions, and rejections to our life of faith, you continue to give us strength and endurance to overcome the difficulties and challenges in our life. And by that, we take that as an opportunity for us to understand your longingness, your wishes, your hopes, and your dreams. And by that, we are truly grateful, Father. And we pray for the well-being, the guidance and protections of our beloved true Mother in behalf of the true children, the true family, Heavenly Parent, and our leaders, who are truly working and attending the directions that have been given to us in order for us to be united as one. Our Chunbo couples and blessed angel families, whom continue raising your children to be filial sons and daughters to you, and witnessing and saving Heavenly Parent, and our brothers and sisters who are still fighting and working so hard in the front lines. May you will guide them and protect them as they also attain the battle to be a successful one, Heavenly Parent, and to all the good absolute ancestors in the spirit world to guide us and to cooperate with us, Heavenly Parent. May this prayer will be to console your heart, Heavenly Parent. And thank you so much for everything. And this I offer to you, Heavenly Parent, in behalf of our leaders, brothers, and sisters. And to you, Heavenly Parent, your parents' name. Aju.
Andrew. Let us now have our individual prayer. Aju, Aju, Aju. So let us now offer our morning greetings to our loving heavenly parents and true parents. Good morning. Good morning to all our Ochombo accomplishers, all best families, and precious brothers and sisters. We may now invite everybody to please be seated for those who are in the center. For our Hondo Care reading for this morning, may we call on Miss Erica May F. Cañete.
Good morning, Heavenly Parents and true parents. Good morning, brothers and sisters, leaders, elders, and family members. So our reading for today is taken from the book of Mother of Peace, a memoir by Dr. Hak Jahanun. Chapter 4, God's Light Shines Upon a Path of Thorns, continuation. Throughout April and May of 1976, our worldwide membership prayed for successful at Yankee Stadium. Volunteers came to New York from across the United States, as well as from Japan and Europe, to invite people to attend. They reached out tirelessly and enthusiastically. We tried in those 2 months to awaken a sleeping giant, to revive the democratic world by countering the influence of communism and culture of drugs and free sex for that was destroyed for moral fiber of America's young people. We consider the bicentennial a crossroads, an event that would signal whether or not we could change America's direction. Throughout our members, hard work, people from throughout the tri-state and area and our supporters from other states and nations gathered. And on that first day of June, others gathered as well. Just as Korea, where from the right and left, Christians and communists unite to accuse and attack. Outside Yankee Stadium, the demonstrators were yelling, screaming, helping all kinds of ridicule upon us. The police couldn't handle it, so sent many of our core members out the seats inside the cordon of the crowds of opponents and allowed the more than 50,000 people to enter peacefully. As history records, however, the real drama of Yankee Stadium was not in the protest. The real drama was the weather. Even though the sky was clouding up, thousands of people were in their seats and more thousands were entering the stadium. The banners and signs, sound system, and staging were all set up. The band and choir were in place. Suddenly, a violent rainstorm swept in from Long Island Sound. Fierce winds blew, rain poured down, and God Bless America banner were torn off the outfield walls and our posters were soaked. The equipment on stage was blown around. The rain soaked the people as well. It was an incredible mess. And outside the stadium, the crowd of opponents was yelling, screaming, and helping all kinds of ridicule upon us. One would have wondered, why God truly with us? Was this all part of God's plan? Then one of our young member leaders jumped onto the top of the home team dugout, raised his arms like a conductor in front of an orchestra, and started singing at the top of his lungs. You my sunshine, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. It was like a signal flare. With one heart, everyone began to sing, You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. And magnificent chorus spread throughout the stadium, and tears of joy mixed with the drops of rain flowing down everyone's faces. The summer squall, our opponents' criticism, and the scramble to protect the equipment. This had only bolstered our spirit. Even though we were soaked, no one sought shelter. Heaven was the shelter that united the people of all races, nations, and religions that filled the stadium. That singing was the condition of faith and unity that moved God. The skies over the stadium began to brighten. The darkness caused in both heaven and earth was lifted. Rays of sunshine appeared, and the festival, which seemed utterly demolished, was reborn. Our volunteers swept the stage, wiped off the media equipment, and cleared the grounds of fallen signage. Now, with the sunshine warming everyone, the program began. Before he went out the stage, my husband said a prayer. Then he grabbed my hand and said, Thanks to our sincere devotion and prayer, I'm going on the stage today. My husband's smile of gratitude was warmer than the sun that was shining through the clouds. I truly felt that we and our entire global family and pierced the darkness. From the borderline of death, we had resurrected into a bright future of heaven and earth. I brushed the cold raindrops from my face and gave him a hug of encouragement. We had strong faith in God and the salvation of the world. We did not lose courage because we are fully aware that God was with us. Compared to the hardships and oppressions we faced in our homeland before coming to the United States, this was nothing. We transformed shouts of oppositions into songs of glory. The pouring rain and gusts of wind blew away our signals, but not our love. As my husband took the stage, the audience greeted him with loud applause. "Who are the true parents of America?" he asked. "True Americas are those who have a universal mind. True Americas are those who believe in the one family of humankind, transcendent of color and nationality as willed by God. True Americas are those who are proud of such international families, churches, and nations consisting of all peoples. With the faith with faith and courage, the rally was a great success. Adieu.
Thank you so much, Miss Erica, for that eventful and fascinating reading. It has reminded us how our true parents and our elders and the pioneers had overcame tremendous persecution and but with so much sincerity, unity, and gratitude. So at this point, we will be hearing one of our blessed families from Milgigan to share her 10 points of gratitude. So, brothers and sisters, please help me welcome with a thunderous round of applause our very own engineer Laarni Arcelia Boso.
Good morning, our heavenly parents, true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Good morning as well to all the blessed family members, our brothers and sisters from the entire Philippines and all throughout the world. Good morning. I would like to share my 10 points of gratitude or my list of the things that I'm grateful for. Number one is I am very grateful to have known our dear true parents in my lifetime and received them wholeheartedly without hesitation that they are our true parents. I am extremely grateful for the unconditional love of our heavenly parents despite our shortcomings. Number two, I am very grateful to have known and learned the divine principles because in life we sometimes go astray. But having known the principles, it always made me go back to where I should be in accordance to it. It's my guiding light, my source of wisdom, especially in my darkest nights. Number three, I am forever grateful for my husband for not just loving me, but most especially for being my most generous mentor in life. In all ways and things, he makes sure to always impart to me what he has learned in life. From all the things that are practical to small and big things, he always takes a lot of time and effort to teach me. From how to properly handle kitchen knives, to how to organize things, from how to I should discipline our kids, and he even taught me how to love my own parents more. But I am most thankful of him because he was the one who introduced me to our true parents, Father Moon and Mother Moon. Number four, I am grateful to my parents-in-law because they are our lifeline in this magical journey called life. They are not just my spiritual parents, but they showed me what it is to give and still want to give even more. Number five, I am forever grateful for having the chance to mother my three beautiful and wonderful children, um, of whom two of them are blessed child. I don't just get the opportunity to teach them important things in life, but the chance to also learn from them. We learn from our kids. It is also a great opportunity for me to aim to be a better person so they will have someone better to look up to for. Number six, I am grateful for the gift of my family, my brother, my sisters, my nieces, and my nephews, most especially my aging parents, that they are both well, good, and alive, especially this trying time. Number 7, I am grateful that during this pandemic, I have learned to slow down because before I was so busy at that, but at the end of the day, the end of the week, I accomplished nothing. And I'm grateful for me to have learned to slow down, to appreciate everything. And number 8, I am grateful for my friends. Number 9, I am grateful for all the experiences in life, good, bad, and everything in between. I have learned a lot from it. It made me stronger and it made me who I am today. And number 10, I am grateful to the Unification family for the guidance and inspiration I have received. I am thankful most for the sincere hard works and dedication of our frontliners in the Unification family. To our national leader, Reverend Leo Angelo Halog. Also, special mention to Ate Grace and Kuya Edward Mayo for their hard work. To Ate Sylvia, thank you so much. And to the never-ending love and support and guidance of Kuya Edmond and Ate Natsuki Cañete. Thank you very much. You are all amazing. I am always in awe of your hard works, always for the advancement of the community. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Yeah, truly, we are. Thank you also, Ate Lani, for sharing to us your truly awesome 10 points of gratitude. Now, to keep us more ready for the day's message, I am excited to share to you and present to you an opening song from our region. So, my dear brothers and sisters, please help me welcome with a thunderous round of applause a duet from our regional leader, Kuya Edmond Cañete and Mr. Michael Tapla.
Good morning, everyone. Enjoy our offering song.
Since you left me, I never really tried to put my life back where it should belong. I always let the past get by. I'm realizing that it could be wrong. But now I find in you I had to let it go to make way for the brighter tomorrow. So now I'm leaving yesterday behind. Finally I made up my mind to let the memories stay away and think about today. I'm leaving yesterday behind, 'cause now I try to live my life once more the way I did before. Since I know that I never will forget the memories that made my yesterday. I will try not to interfere the choices I will make along the way. 'Cause I'm not living in a world of fantasy. I'm here now in the world of reality. So now I'm leaving yesterday behind, and finally I made up my mind. So let the memories stay away and think about today. I'm leaving yesterday behind, 'cause now I try to live my life once more the way I did before. I'm leaving yesterday behind, and finally I made up my mind. So let the memories stay away and think about today. I'm leaving yesterday behind, 'cause now I try to live my life once more. Just the way I did before. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'm truly grateful, and yeah, we are very um, truly grateful to hear that amazing talent our brothers had ever could share. No, so at this juncture, I'm sure that we are all inspired to hear the morning message. So, my precious brothers and sisters, please help me welcome our ever energetic, young, and passionate educator, the father of our nation, our very own and beloved national leader, Reverend Leo Angelo T. Halo, with a thunderous round of applause. Welcome po.
Thank you very much to our Ate Sylvia. I would like to greet first our Heavenly Parents and true parents. Good morning, our Heavenly Parents and true parents. To all our beloved Chanbo families, blessed central families, beloved brothers and sisters, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. And welcome once again to our morning devotion. Thank you very much to Region 10 for hosting today's morning devotion. And thank you very much to our regional leader, Kuya Edmond, and also our brother Michael with Johi for that wonderful offering song. Thank you very much. And also thank you very much to our attorney Laarni for sharing your 10 points of gratitude. It's really inspiring. Maraming salamat po. And so this morning I will be sharing with you today I would like to share this topic entitled Living as an Honor of Channel Group and the Family Pledge. So today we recited the Family Pledge in English for us to understand more. So today let us study especially about the Family Pledge. So Father said, the family pledge is the greatest blessing of all the blessings. The family pledge is the greatest blessing of all the blessings that heaven has bestowed on humanity. We received it on the occasion of the inauguration of the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification on May 1, 1994. This was possible based on the declaration of the completed Testament age, the age that concludes the complete and completes the Old Testament age and the New Testament age. Once that beacon pierced the darkness of the era before the coming of heaven, the family pledge was given. It is a guidepost for us amid the great changes in heaven and earth that have been occurring in this new era. As we open the new heaven and new earth, the kingdom of cosmic peace and unity. So Father is telling us today that the family pledge is the greatest blessing of all the blessings that heaven has bestowed on humanity. So we received it. It was given in May 1, 1994 during the inauguration of the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification. So as we can see, every day we are reciting the family pledge. So Father is saying that it was given after the completion or the declaration of the completed Testament age and also the New Testament age, when it was completed, when that was declared. So the family pledge is given to humanity. So it was given to us. So how really important this family pledge is. We are reciting every day these 8 points. That's why maybe alternately we need to recite it in English so that we can also understand more its meaning. And through understanding, then we can be able to really do our best to really practice it. So it's really not easy to practice the family pledge. Even Father mentioned that even just one, once you practice, you're really perfect at even just one among the 8. So meaning it's really not easy. But this is the ideal. families should really live by the family pledge. Our everyday life, that's why we are reciting. So this is really the greatest blessing that was given to us by Heavenly Parent. So Father said, it sets forth the standard for liberated people and will prevail forever. True parents personally fought and gained victory during the 40-year course of indemnity that began with the founding of the Holy Spirit Association for the Unification of World Christianity in 1954. On this foundation, we no longer recite my pledge on the individual level, but recite the family pledge instead. So the family pledge is the pledge that a true family, the basic unit that enters the kingdom of heaven, should proclaim and practice together. It is the pledge imbued with the bitter sorrow of heaven and true parents, and hence it cannot be recited without tears. It sets forth the standard for liberated people and will prevail forever. It will be recited long after traditional religions, which arose as a consequence of the fall, have been discarded. Families who recite this pledge will be the basic unit that enters the kingdom of heaven. So really how precious this family pledge is. Father even said that this pledge shouldn't be recited without tears. So that's why it's really important for us to really understand the meaning. It's every word of the family pledge. So before, Father saying here, we are reciting my pledge, and then that is like on the individual level. But now we are reciting the family pledge instead. So the family pledge, Father said, is the pledge that a true family, the basic unit that enters the kingdom of heaven, should proclaim and practice. So that's why as blessed families, this is what we are reciting every day. And not only reciting or proclaiming, but we have to really practice this together. So even though it's really not easy, we have to really do our best, right? So if we are reminded every day and then we can really understand, then we can really strive harder each day to live by it. And really, this is really our very clear guide as blessed families. We have to really strive and really put our effort to be able to really live in accordance with the family pledge, right? So it is the pledge imbued with the bitter sorrow of heaven and true parents, and hence it cannot be recited without tears. So this is actually the result of true parents, desire, heavenly parents' dream and desire for humanity. And this is the result of their tremendous effort and sacrifices, right? That's why it cannot be recited without tears. So even though, maybe physically we don't have tears, but in our hearts when we are reciting the family pledge, we have to really feel, its value, every word of the family pledge. So Father said, it sets forth the standard for liberated people and will prevail forever. So that's why Father mentioned that this is really the greatest blessing that humanity has received. So if only, people can really understand it deeply, and then really invest all our effort to really live by it, then we can really establish the world that Heavenly Parent are really longing for, right? So how really fortunate we are. We could have this guide that we are reciting every day. We are always reminded, right? We are always reminded of how we should really live our lives, especially as families. True Father said, this means that the fallen world under Satan's authority has ended. From God's point of view, the era of the providence of restoration has come to an end. With the end of that era, we are moving toward the original ideal of creation. This means that the fallen world under Satan's authority has ended, and we are moving into the age when God directly governs both the physical and the heavenly worlds. Because this time has come, I proclaim the family pledge of the Unification Church. Not just anyone is ready to recite the family pledge. Each of the 8 verses in the family pledge contains the phrase, our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges by centering on true love. People who make this pledge stand at the foundation that transcends Satan's world. So this is really the victory of true parents. So anyone, Father is saying, who will going to recite or make this pledge is standing on the foundation that transcends Satan's world. So already because of the foundations that true parents have laid, the overcame already the satanic sovereignty, the world under Satan. So that's why this was given. So when we are reciting the family pledge, Father is telling us that we are standing on that foundation that transcends Satan's world. So this is really already we are moving forward. The ideal already surpassed, the satanic realm. So we are already standing on this foundation. That's why we are given this family pledge as the central families, right? So this is really important for us to understand. So because of the foundation, the victorious foundation of true parents, because of their victory in battle, against Satan. So humanity, especially blessed families, could be able to receive this and recite this, transcending Satan's sovereignty. Aju? So this is really the great blessing that we have received as families. So in each verses, Father said, of the family pledge, it contains our family, the owner of channel book, pledges, and then centering on true love. So how important these precious words are. So our family, the owner, we are the owners of channel book, and then we are making pledge every day, right, to fulfill these 8 points, centering on true love. Centering on true love. So our family, as the owner of channel book, pledges every day. So we are always reminded. So we have to really advance forward each day, right? So we have to really try our best, no matter what, because of this great grace that we have received. Aju? True Father said we have to abide in true love, true life, and true lineage. Due to the fall, people have been connected to false life and false lineage through false love. In order to overcome this, we have to abide in true love, true life, and true lineage. Otherwise, we cannot overcome their false counterparts. Why do we make true love a premise of the family pledge? Sorry. It is so we can proclaim that we are entering the original world, as if the fall in the Garden of Eden had never occurred. So Father said, why do we make true love a premise of the family pledge? So it is so we can proclaim that we are entering the original world, as if the fall in the Garden of Eden had never occurred. So we are, because of the victorious foundation of our beloved true parents, and then all their sacrifices, paid all the indemnities necessary. So because of that foundation, so now we are standing now, and then why Father said, why we make true love as the premise of the family pledge. So it is like proclaiming and entering in the world as if the fall in the Garden of Eden never happened. So we are now standing on this foundation. Like we are now entering in the original world where God originally desires, right? Without the fall, this is really the world that God desires. So we are now standing on this foundation. So because of the fall, people have been connected to false life, false lineage, and false love. So in order for us to overcome this, so we have to abide in true love, true life, and true lineage. So through the coming of true parents, and then through the blessing. So human beings, humanity, can be able to surpass and be able to once again stand in the position, practicing true love, true life, and true lineage. So we have to really surpass and overcome this, right? So that's why also the family pledge came as a great reminder for us, and then for us to really move forward to the original world where God originally desires that, as if the fall did not happen. Aju? True Father said the family must learn, the family must learn the family pledge by heart. In a family that is restored to God, individuals must be united in mind and body. Husband and wife must be united, and parents and children must be united. The family must learn the family pledge by heart. You should not recite the family pledge when your mind and body are in conflict or when husband and wife are fighting. Also, you should not recite it if you do not yet have children. You are to recite the family pledge after forming a realm of unity in true love. This is because to enter the kingdom of heaven, you must be true children who have achieved unity of mind and body, unity between husband and wife, and unity between parents and children. It is a place where families fulfill the maxim, where there is harmony in the family, everything goes well. So, this is really important for us to understand. Sabi ni Father, the family must learn the family pledge by heart. Kaya nga, yeah, I think, of course, we have to really recite sa Korean yung family pledge, but naging kon na lang sa atin because we really do not understand. So I think we can do alternately for the sake of really understanding more the content and, word by word of the family pledge so that we can understand the family pledge by heart. So Father said, each family needs to really understand the family pledge by heart, not only reciting it every day or reading it or memorizing it, but how can we really understand it by heart? Right? So even Father mentioned that we cannot recite this without tears. So we have to really, feel every word when we are reciting the family pledge. Father said, you should not recite the family pledge when your mind and body are in conflict or when husband and wife are fighting. That's why we have to do our best before we recite the family pledge. We have to really, set the proper condition, right? So Father said, you should not recite it when your mind and body are in conflict. Also, what kind of standard actually, when we come to think of it, what kind of standard, for people to be able to recite the family pledge? We cannot imagine the standard, right? So when our mind and body is not united or in conflict, we shouldn't actually recite, Father said. And then also you should not recite it if you do not yet have children. You are to recite the family pledge after forming a realm of unity in true love. So actually, really family pledge is really for families. That's why our family, the honor of Chonel Book, meaning our blessed families as the honor of Chonel Book. Right? So that's why even Father mentioned here, if you don't have children yet, you should not recite the family pledge. So this is because to enter the kingdom of heaven, you must be true children who have achieved unity of mind and body, unity between husband and wife, and unity between parents and children. So it is a place where families fulfill the maxim, where there is harmony in the family, everything goes well. So in order to enter kingdom of heaven, Father said, we must be true children. And then, who have achieved unity between mind and body. And then, between husband and wife. And then, unity between parents and children. That's why the three great blessings. This is actually the very clear formula where human beings, can really fulfill their purpose and can be qualified to go to the kingdom of heaven. Kaya nga, every time we go back to the first, kahit na nakapag-advance na tayo, only because of true parents, we could receive the blessing. It doesn't mean na perfect na po tayo, na unite na natin ang mind and body natin. That's why we receive the blessing. But actually, it's only because of true parents' love and grace. Right? That we could receive the blessing. That's why continuously, even we have already our spouse, our children, we are still, working very hard. How to unite our mind and body. And then how to really unite husband and wife, parents and children together. Aju, that's why through reciting family pledge every day, we are reminded of how we should really live our life. Aju? That's why this is very important. Sabi ni Father dito, yung like a family maxim na ito, where there is harmony in the family, everything goes well. Kaya pinaka-importante, really harmony, unity within the family. So if the family is united, then everything goes well. That's why it's really important that every day we have to be reminded. That's why the family pledge is very, very important in our life. And then we have to really understand it by heart. Not only, minsan yung Korean, na-memorize na po natin yon, right? Minsan kahit hindi natin nakikita we can just easily, recite it. But how many percent we understand the family pledge? Right? So Father said we have to really understand and learn it by heart. By heart. And then we shouldn't really, recite this without tears, sabi ni Father. So that's why not only siguro in the morning, we have to really study in our family. Many times we have to, understand its deep meaning. Right? And every word. This is the result of true parents' blood, sweat, and tears. The family pledge that was given to humanity. So if we can understand it, in our heart deeply, in our entire being, then we can be able to really live by it. Right? And then we can truly become the family that heavenly parents wanted to become. Aju? That's why our family, as the owner of Channel Group, pledges. We make the promise, centering on true love. Aju? Father said, the family pledge endows you with the full authority of an original family. The family pledge endows you with the full authority of an original family. You of the fallen lineage must return to original position before the fall, before you can recite the family pledge. In addition, you must work to build heaven's tribe, people, nation, and world. This will establish the kingdom of heaven on earth. Individuals whose mind and body are not united should not recite the family pledge. Unless husband and wife are united, they should not recite it. Unless parents and children are united, they should not recite it either. If you do not understand this, the whole point of the family pledge loses its significance. Kaya pag hindi natin pala naintindihan, sabi ni Father, the entire family pledge loses its significance. Kaya pinaka-importante talaga maintindihan natin. And then, we have to recite it when we are united. Husband and wife is not united, then you shouldn't recite, sabi ni Father. Parents and children are not united, you shouldn't recite it. And then if mind and body are not united, you shouldn't recite it. So that's why Father said, the family pledge, endows you with the full authority of an original family. So you of the fallen lineage must return to the original position before the fall, before you can recite the family pledge. That's why as blessed families, tayo po na nakareceive ng blessing. Sabi ni Father, without, returning to our original position, we cannot recite the family pledge. That's why it is now, from individual before my pledge, naging family pledge na siya. And then for the people who have gone back, ibig sabihin, those who receive the blessing, yung naka-receive ng blessing. So this is like our first qualification, and we could stand in this position and then we can be able to recite the family pledge. So before you can recite the family pledge, sabi ni Father, you must first, go back to the original position before the fall. So in addition, you must work to build heaven's tribe. So after that, after we are blessed, and then we have to really work to fulfill or build heaven's tribe. Ito na po yung heavenly tribal Messiah na ginagawa natin ngayon after we receive the blessing. And then, people, nation, and world. This will establish the kingdom of heaven on earth. Aju? So that's why if we do not understand, sabi ni Father, ang family pledge, and then we are losing the whole point of the family pledge. We are losing its significance. Kaya napakahalaga talaga na maintindihan natin yung importance, yung value ng family pledge. Every word in these 8 points sa buhay natin as blessed families. So we have to continue to study and really understand deeply by heart. And then that's the only time we can start to practice. Kasi kung hindi po natin maintindihan talaga ito deeply, we cannot really practice it. That's why ang unang-una is our understanding. Aju? And then, if we really understand it deeply by our heart, then we can start to really practice the family pledge in our life. Wow, really, we are so grateful to true parents, giving to us this family pledge that we are reciting every day. This is our guide every day. So Father said, those who recite the family pledge has to be united with God and true parents. So the family pledge contains the meaning that we should wipe all things clean. The third pledge of the family pledge teaches us that we are to perfect the 4 great realms of heart, the 3 great kingships, and the realm of the royal family. So who can recite the family pledge? Those who have inherited false love, false life from the false parents are not supposed to recite it. Those who recite the family pledge have to be united with God and true parents who have no relationship with the fall and return to the original world. They also have to be united in mind and body. Husbands and wives have to be united, and parents and children as well in true love. Only those who stand on this foundation have the right to recite the family pledge. Wow, really so deep. Father is telling us only those who stand on this foundation have the right to recite the family pledge. So, yung family pledge po na nire-recite natin, hindi lang po ito ordinary na pledge. This is really, given to us, by heaven. And then this is the result of blood, sweat, and tears of our true parents. So, sabi ni Father, really, those who recite the family pledge have to be united with God and true parents who have no relationship with the fall and return to the original world. So really, blessed families who have completely cut off from Satan, from Satan's lineage. Kasi pag hindi pa tayo blessed, still we are connected to God's lineage. Right? So really the blessing have given us, the first thing is really the blessing. So we can cut off from Satan, and then we can be connected to heavenly parents through our beloved true parents. Aju? That's why really how precious, through the blessing. And then after we are blessed, then we are given this guide so that we can really live our lives in accordance to God's will and desire. So also, we have to be united in mind and body. Sabi ni Father, husbands and wives have to be united. And parents and children have to be united. Kaya nga, in the third family pledge, sabi ni Father dito, it teaches us that we are to perfect the four great realms of heart, the three great kingships, and the realm of the royal family. Without building the four-position foundation, we cannot perfect the four great realms of heart. Right? If we are just alone, an individual, we cannot perfect this. If we are only husband and wife without children, we cannot perfect this. Right? So that's why forming the four-position foundation, this will become the starting point where we can perfect the four great realms of heart. And then moving on to, the three great kingships and the realm of the royal family, 3 generations, together. So this can only be done if we fulfill the four-position foundation. Aju? So how important it is. So without, building four-position foundation, we cannot perfect the four great realms of heart. We cannot make, fulfill the third family pledge without forming four-position foundation, without having a family. Aju? So Father said, only those who stand on this foundation have the right to recite the family pledge. Only those who stand on this foundation has the right to recite the family pledge. So this family pledge is not just really simple words. Aju? That's why we have to really understand deeply. Kailangan po nating pag-aralan ulit-ulit ang family pledge. Hindi lamang po na na-memorize natin. Kasi po na-memorize na po natin talaga. Lalo po yung Korean. But, when we started to read it in the language that we really understand it, and then you started to feel it, every word, you will going to really see how deep and how really precious these words are. Aju? Wow, really, this is not just an ordinary, pledge that we are making every day. So we have to really come to an understanding, deep in our hearts, so that we can really live by it every day. Aju? So Father said, you must put the family pledge into practice. So the family pledge is composed of content drawn from the principle that is essential to the establishment of true families. That is why you should recite it before you pray. First, you need to check your own internal state and that of your family members. If you find something amiss, you must correct it. You must put the family pledge into practice. Kaya nga, bago tayo mag-pray, ang una, i-recite muna natin yung family pledge. So sabi ni Father, you need to check your own internal state, that of your family members. Lahat po tayo bago natin, i-recite ito, we have to really check We have to, we have to empty our mind, our heart. We have to really check, sabi ni Father. So if you find something amiss, you must correct it. If we find something like wrong, then we have to correct it. So you must put the family pledge into practice. Kaya nga po, how really fortunate we are, how lucky we are. Everything was given to us. So, sabi nga ni Father, just, perfect or mastering one of the family pledge, already you are great kapag may ma-master ka na isa po dyan sa family pledge. But actually, our goal is to master all of this, the 8 points, right? As sons and daughters of Heavenly Parent, as children of Heavenly Parent. So, sabi ni Father, the family pledge is composed of content drawn from the principle that is essential to the establishment of true families. And because of true parents' grace, even though we didn't reach this level yet, then we are given this great blessing. And then, sabi ni Father, this family pledge, yung content daw niya, composed of the content from the principle that is very essential for the establishment of true families. Kaya nga, as we recite every day, then our families also should advance. Right? Tayo rin dapat nag-grow din tayo, nag-develop din tayo as we recite the family pledge every day. Because if not, then there's something wrong about our understanding, meaning hindi natin naintindihan. Kaya nga, pinaka-importante talaga is how can we really understand by heart yung family pledge. Right? And then, following that will be our practice. Yun yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. How to really live by it every day. As blessed families. As children of true parents. Aju? So this is really great blessing that was given to humanity. This is really great blessing that was given to us as blessed families. Right? But for all humanity. Kaya nga, as we move forward with our Heavenly Tribal Messiah mission, educating our blessed families, ang tribe natin, especially focusing sa 430 couples. So, as we educate them, and then as they can also understand deeply the family pledge, then their life also will going to change. And then they will going to start to live in the life that Heavenly Parents wanted. Aju? So really, we are really, really grateful to our Heavenly Parents, to our true parents, for giving us the family pledge. So we have to really do our best to practice it in our daily life. Aju? So once again, let's really appreciate our Heavenly Parents and true parents. So tomorrow, we're going to I'm going to share one by one the family pledge so that we can understand more deeply and really we can really do our best to really become the families that Heavenly Parents wanted to see. Aju? So, the path of Chonbo, hindi lang po yung completing our Heavenly Tribal Messiah mission, but really completing yung 4 great realms of heart, completing, perfecting our heart and character. Ito po yung path ng Chonbo. Kaya this is really the course of our life as human beings. So with this path, then we can really fulfill yung first blessing. Kaya the family pledge is very important tool to guide us as blessed central families. So once again, let's really offer our gratitude to Heavenly Parents and true parents. And once again, thank you very much to all our blessed central families and brothers and sisters. May Heavenly Parents' love and blessings be always upon you and your families. Thank you so much.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much really to our national leader, Reverend Leo Angelo P. Halov. Indeed, brothers and sisters, we should give a thunderous round of applause to our national leader for helping us every day be reminded of our responsibility by at least recite the family pledge, then finally live a life as blessed families by practicing it even more, no? But this family pledge by centering on true love. So truly grateful to you and for your unceasing desire to guide us all brothers and sisters, both young and old alike, to deeply and artistically understand our mission. Thank you po talaga. So at this juncture, we will be hearing a reflection from one of our blessed families from Korea. But she came from here in our region, Bukidnon in particular. So my dear brothers and sisters, please help me welcome to share her reflection Ate Susan Taat.
Hello, good morning po. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Apo.
Uh, Yesterday when I heard that I will be doing a reflection, actually I was blessed in 2007, and presently I am the leader in Namon Church in John Book, and we're very busy focusing on our mission. We feel to see our connection to the Philippines. I forgot, I almost forgot about uh, when I was full time in the Philippines. So yesterday and today, when I see the uh, sisters in Bohol Center and where's that? I have seen and I remember my full time life, which is the most, I think, is the most happiest uh, time happened in my life when I only have to concentrate doing my mission. But this time also we're still having our mission is not finished because of 430. So we are concentrating on Korean. So Koreans are it is there's a little difficulty in doing mission with Korean. So uh, I forgot about my heart when I was still in the Philippines. But yesterday when I have heard read the program, somebody it is stated there that you have to meditate and prepare your heart for the hondoke. So I remember, yes, is supposed to be, but when we were here in doing our mission here, and someone will tell me, you have to share, and you will be reading every Sunday. You will be reading, and I feel to see my heart in prepare. I have to prepare. When I was still in the Philippines, when somebody said you will be the reader, you will give reflection, you have to prepare, of course, because God will be using you to inspire somebody. So when Kuya Edmond said yesterday that I will be the one to give reflection, I of course I grabbed the opportunity that it is the opportunity that I could be able to inspire somebody. It is most of our we wanted that we will inspire Koreans, or we inspired our sisters. Sorry, there's a cat here. And so I am so inspired and so deeply touched that I have this opportunity to meet the brothers and sisters before. I don't know if you could remember. I remember Kuya Dexter, and when we were a full time, I remember he was our leader, and that time we were so artistic. We were not like this time that is so it's not that I don't know. I cannot feel my heart that we were just focusing on mission and writing names, and how can I convince this person to drink the holy wine and write his name for Korean? They don't easily give their name. So that is our focus in this time. But anyway, as as the speaker said, it is about the family pledge. For how many years? I I think I haven't recited the family pledge because I am doing most of the time I'm doing my hondoki alone before I sleep, and after I wake up I'm doing it alone because they were still sleeping, and they don't have any interest for that. And then I remember I only have recited it in the church, and then for this time because of the pandemic, I I have a chance to because Sunday service is done at home, and my children has to have Sunday service at home. So I have the opportunity to recite family pledge together with my children. I'm not alone this time. I have at least I have my children. So I think that's all, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so I miss you all. I miss my missionary life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ate Sasan, for sharing your heart. Wow, that's a leveled up. Actually, that's a leveled up heart in doing our mission because yeah. Before I proceed, or before I may call on our second person to give reflection, I would like to ask if there will be any volunteer from our Zoom participants who would like to give reflection. You may raise your hand or may unmute to share your reflection. Is there anyone? Had there been none, I would now like to proceed to the second person to share her reflection. So this one is also one of the persons that I used to look up to when I was a little younger. And she is also blessed to an American. And this happened to come from also here in our region. My precious brothers and sisters, please help me welcome with a big round of applause our elder sister, Ate Aiken Carpenter. Welcome po, ate. Please unmute po.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Thanks for this opportunity. It's been a long time na hindi ako nagpa-participate. But, silence doesn't mean no, or being away from it, or being separated. It's, before I'd like to proceed, I'd like to greet everybody and also the president, our LA, and everybody who's doing all this technical thing. Thank you so much. I would like to share my reflection on the pledge. It's really true that when you promise something, when you made a promise, and especially promise to God, excuse me. Anyway, the pledge has a very important part of me in growing fellow. It has it was like it is a strong weapon that we internally uphold, and kind of give me a strong strength, or give me a kind of spiritual parang espada, in the field of in working your daily lives, in surviving from the material world, and preserving the main goal of why you receive the blessing, the mission of preserving a family that is worthy of God. So in a way, blessing has been, the pledge has been so important in my life, even at the point of when people see you, oh, she's not really concerned, or what, she's not really in there, or she's just saving herself. No, it's like the promise that I made to God from the very beginning. And it's been very important, true. It is really true what the president, what LA had said, that, pledge should not just be recited or should not just be mouth out just because you wanted to recite the pledge without a heart in it, without your mind in it, without your with no vision at all. Because it is the greatest gift that, the greatest grace that God has given us. And for me, it has been a tool spiritually and especially not just spiritually, but raising a family. Pledge, the promise, the pledge we did or Father gave has been very important, and we should never, never forget it. So for all the blessed families, whatever group you belong, we should internally cherish it and recite it every day, whenever you can, in special time, birthday, celebration, Thanksgiving. We should do it every day. I'm encouraging everybody to just do it to yourself. I mean, do it and share it to others. I think it's time to really propagate it so much with your tribe, and of course share what you have, not just spiritual word, but also material if you can now. It has been my goal to at least do something materially for my tribe, for the people I wanted to be of help. But it took time to really stabilize. And with the pledge I promised, so I think I'm starting a new phase in a family life, that we will not just help ourselves, but help a lot of people this time. So I'm grateful for the pledge I did from the very beginning. I met true parents and people who have taught me. I don't need to mention them all. Sylvia knows some. So thank you very much for this opportunity. We pray that this day will be very fruitful. And everybody, let's continue in spite of so many external, I would say, satanic destructions. Satan is kind of having its last ditch in destroying humanity. So we can only survive if we stick to our pledge to God and win for Him. Especially the fight between raising family, which view you're gonna follow, outside view or the godly view. So the pledge has given me so much strength and inspiration. I wish everybody does it too. Even though sometimes we have conflict in our hearts, we have, I would say, misunderstanding with some family members or what, with a pledge, you can revive yourself and start to grow again. So that's all I would say. Thank you so much, everybody. We should not forget. The precious grace, the gift that true parents had left us. And as family, we really have to have sense of, I would say, direct connection through the pledge. I feel that one so much. We just have to continue to live a life that is worthy of God and worthy of true parents. Work hard and share. So the more we gain materially, we should not, I would say, we should increase our giving, we should increase our giving and broaden your reaching out to people. So let's start doing it, and let's not forget the pledge. Make it your tool, I made it my sword, and I made it my tool, that until now God has been blessing me And this time, it's time to share. So thank you so much for this opportunity once again. That's all I'd like to say, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ate Ken, for such profound and artistic sharing po. I miss you. Yeah, we missed you here. I hope we can all see together soon. We will see each other also. And yeah, there's one who had volunteered. I'm sorry if I haven't been able to recognize it immediately. But yeah, this person also is one of our inspiration, I suppose. One of our Chunbu accomplishers and has set a really good example for all of us, my dear brothers and sisters. So to share her reflection for the day, I would like to welcome one of the blessed families that I used to know. She's from Marikina now, and I happen to know her back then during business department. Help me welcome my dear brothers and sisters, our very own Sunbo accomplisher, the Honorable Ati Pops Lopez. Welcome
Good
po, Ati Pops.
morning. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Opo.
Sorry ha, napindot ko lang kanina, hindi ko yun sinasadya. Kasi
Ritual po
na-inspire
yun.
ako kay Ate Eken. I was really inspired to see our old members, our Ate Eken. Thank you, Ate. I was really moved by your reflection. I'm very grateful that we are always reminded of the family pledge. Actually, is it true? Every day, I realize just when Kuya NL explained about the family pledge. In my experience, even we are Chonbo, we experiences many problems and difficulties in our families. But in my experience, every day that we have problem, hindi natin maiwasan. I always see to it that the only way to survive is to remember our guide, the family pledge, and the principle. Why Heavenly Father gave us the way to recite the family pledge. I remember when I was still young in the church, actually hindi family pledge yung nire-recite namin noon. Parang yung 40 points. Do you remember mga ate kuya? Meron kami noon 40 points na nire-recite every morning. And then kasali palagi yung unification of South and North Korea. And then suddenly, after a few years, 1 year or 2 years, we recited the family pledge already. Parang hindi family pledge pa yung una eh. If I'm not mistaken, ano yun, basta I don't remember. And then suddenly it became the family pledge. Why? I reflected why true parents always updating the family pledge, because we as children and the blessed families, we cannot avoid committing some mistakes and difficulties. We experience difficulties and then sometimes we forget to do the right thing and then we struggle. Maybe true parents always feel that. That's why true parents always gave us a guide to follow in order for us to break through. In my relationship with my husband, every time we discuss, meron kaming diskusyonan, we cannot avoid as blessed families kasi the mind of wife and the mind of husband is completely different. So, ako mabilis ako mag-decide. Ang asawa ko, very logical yan, very mindful. Sa akin, more on heart. So, we are balanced. Kaya pala sabi ko, itong asawa ko na to binigay ng Heavenly Father sa akin kasi more on mind back. And ako mostly sa ginagawa ko more on heart. So, I try to balance everything through the family pledge kasi nandoon na lahat. If we see and reflect, every day we read on the family pledge, we can easily have a very good guide to fulfill every day. Yun ang sekreto ko minsan eh. Kasi hindi natin maiwasan. Kaya sabi ko, ano ba, saan ba ako nagkakamali? Bakit something wrong? So I come to it na para hindi ka tayo mag-struggle, we follow the family pledge and then the divine principle. Ang bilis-bilis na maka-breakthrough. Yun ang palagi kong iniisip. The family pledge is our guide as blessed families. Wala na tayong reason pa na hindi tayo maka-breakthrough kasi we already have everything. We have already the family pledge. We have already the divine principle. So tayong mga single, you have to study the family pledge. Tama yung sinabi ni True Parents. The singles are not really supposed to recite the family pledge kasi hindi pa nila na-experience yon. Kaya very important ang training natin sa center to build the family. Kaya minsan mga brothers and sisters natin, mga young ones natin, they cannot overcome kasi they are still single. But through us, families, they see us, how we break through. Yun ang na-reflection ko ngayon. Kaya all blessed families should really be an example. Kasi wala na tayong lusot, wala na tayong excuse. Andyan na yung guide lahat. We're so lucky kasi we have family pledge, no? Doon sa elementary school, di ba may panatang makabayan tayo? Ang gagaling nga ng mga bata nare-recite nila, na-memorize. Ako actually, mas recite ko pa nga, mas memorize ko pa nga yung Korean, pero hindi ko naintindihan. Kaya pagka nag-struggle na ako, nire-recite ko yan sa sarili ko kaya para ma-remind ako kahit hindi ko maintindihan. Pero if you recite in your mind, nare-remind ka talaga na gumawa ng yung dapat. Kaya very good na itong hundukin natin ito, nare-remind tayo lagi, tithing, family pledge, our routine every day, even we are so busy. Kaya very grateful talaga tayo yung guidance ng mga ito. Kaya yung family pledge, ang maano ko lang to make us happy, to make us everyday grateful. Pag nag-struggle na tayo mga kapatid, just go back to the family pledge and the divine principle. I'm so much happy. Nakita ko si Ate Aiken. Ate Aiken, we miss you so much. Sana lahat ng mga old members, no? Kaya halos maiyak-iyak si ate, naiiyak ako ate kasi I remember when we were in the CARP and the young time that we always every day recite the family pledge. Every day. Hindi ko na-realize yun. Ngayon ko lang na-realize kasi noon palagi namin nire-recite yan family pledge. Pero single pa ako noon, hindi ko na malaya. Na-reach ko na pala, may family na pala ako ngayon. Kaya we as parents, we have to really guide our children to really cooperate with us to fulfill the family pledges. Actually, ang ganda-ganda ng family pledge natin. Minsan, nire-recite ko yan sa mga VIP namin. Gustong-gusto nila. Gustong-gusto talaga nila kasi wala silang makitang ganun na pledge sa outside world. Through the family pledge, ile-lecture mo lang sa mga VIP, they are really very inspired kasi kakaiba talagang family pledge natin. Mangangako talaga tayo. Kung baga sa outside, mayroon silang pangako sa asawa nila, sa family nila, or sa churchman nila. Sa atin, nangangako tayo sa family and then kay God. Di ba ang ganda-ganda, nakaka-inspire? So that's all, brothers and sisters. The family pledge always give us guide. Whatever we do, whenever we go, every time we struggle, just remember the family pledge for us not to overcome and not to struggle, but to overcome. Thank you very much for this chance to talk with you. Good morning.
Thank you so much po, Ate Pops, for that and for everything well said po. So indeed, we should give the family pledge, for this is our ultimate guidepost in for all of us amid this great changes that is occurring here in both in heaven and earth. So since we will be having no announcements for today, we will now proceed to our closing prayer. So to lead us, I would like to call on one of our blessed families here in Region 10, whom is the person that I also look up at too. So please help me welcome with a big round of applause as we prepare ourselves internally for his lead, for him to lead in the prayer. Please help me welcome Kuya Nonilo Alohoy for the closing prayer.
Okay, thank you very much. Please join me in prayer. Our dear heavenly parents and true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, we are so grateful indeed for this opportunity to receive your guidance conveyed through our national leader, Sir L.A. Halog. We are so blessed indeed that we are standing in this present era. We pray, Heavenly Parents, that we can really understand more the history behind the coming of this family pledge. We know that you, Heavenly Parents, the saints and sages of the past, and our true parents sacrificed a lot. And it is only after the victory of the indemnity courts that we are able to recite this family pledge. At the same time, we would like to repent for so many times we have not really valued the history, the heart, the tears, the sacrifices before the coming of this age where we can recite it as families. As two parents said, that we are now considered as original families. What a blessing. We pray that we can really recite it with a heart aligned to your heart and our two parents' heart and wish for us. We know that the pledge is now a blueprint for us, blessed families, to establish your kingdom. If we can just really substantiate this pledge, then we can substantially bring about the realization of your wish, of your ideal heavenly parents. So it is a challenge for every one of us, every family, to really live up to the ideal of the pledge. So today, heavenly parents, we are given another opportunity to really live a life that is centered on this pledge. We pray that we can remind ourselves and be inspired to really live out to these ideal heavenly parents. For we know that it is by practicing and giving life to this that we can really contribute significantly to its realization and return joy to you and realize your hopes for us, for humankind. Thank you again for this opportunity, and may you continue to bless each and every one of us. All these things I pray on behalf of everybody and the name of Nonelo and Joy Olohoy, blessed Central Family, Aju.
Aju. So we now all have our individual prayer. Jack. Aju. Aju. So, my dear brothers and sisters, we will have now our final morning greetings to our loving heavenly parents and to parents. Good morning po. And yeah, and to we would like to extend also our morning greetings and gratitude to our national leader, Reverend Leo Angelo Halog. Sir, thank you po talaga, national leader, for that really passionate desire to educate us and guide us. And to all our Tumbo accomplishers, good morning. To all our blessed families, yeah, good morning. Sana po, we will all stay safe po. Thank you so much. Maybe everybody can greet each other po for this morning.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, hello po. Parang naririnig ko po si Doc. Hello po.
Thank you, NL, for the
Po,
message
national
today.
So amazing.
Thank you, Sir Ellie.
Maraming
Thank you
salamat
po
din
sa
po sa
lahat.
elders po.
Thank you so
Sister Sylvia,
much.
for hosting
Thank
this
you, Ate
devotion.
Sylvia. Thank
Thank you
you,
po, Ate
Region
Yeb,
10.
Kuya.
Thank you so much
Thank you
po.
po.